What's going on, guys? MultiKillsHD here, as most of you guys probably already know. So guys, in this video today, I want to go ahead and address the recent controversy with Wings of Redemption. And, Wings is one of those people that is really, as much as I want to hate on him, he was really one of the people that really helped spark a lot of the Call of Duty community. And him being one of the biggest YouTube channels in the Call of Duty scene back then with Blame Truth and others, I feel like I should voice my opinion on this situation. So if you guys aren't familiar with the situation that happened, Painkiller Already, which is a podcast on YouTube that has Wings of Redemption, Woody's Gamertag, FPS for Russia, and Right Wing on it, it's a podcast that's decent, but due to recent things, over time it's one of those things that started out pretty good. A lot of people started watching it. People started watching it weekly. And then over time, it kind of just diminished and started going downhill, and that's kind of where the state of the podcast is right now. But Wings was originally the original creator of Painkiller Already. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about this a little bit, because I don't think a lot of people know about this in the entire situation with Painkiller Already. Now, Wings of Redemption, like I said, was one of the people that was one of the biggest people on YouTube back in the days. And with Wings being around 300,000 subscribers back then, that was huge. So anytime that somebody that big back then would start something, that's like PewDiePie starting a podcast today almost. So Wings started the podcast with 300,000 subscribers. He didn't have anybody else on the podcast, so he just invited a couple of people. Woody's Gamertag being one of them. He had like 1,000 subscribers, and I believe like FPS Russia had like 1,200 subscribers at the time. So Wings really took a risk with putting them on the podcast at the time, and it was a huge risk if you ask me. I mean, you have a channel that has 300,000 subscribers, and you're putting people with under 1,000 or just over 1,000 subscribers on it. That's a little bit of a risk if you ask me, because you don't know if they're going to be able to handle their own weight with talking, entertainment, a lot of different things and a lot of different factors. So they were planning a survival trip that was going to be apparently 1 to 5 days, depending on how long they could last. They were going to go out in the woods with the minimum things, even though it ended up being an entire truckload of supplies and resources. But the idea was that they were going to go with no supplies and pretty much stay out in the wilderness for up to 5 days and just see if they were able to survive, just like Survival Man or something along those lines. And this is what happened. The night before this was supposed to go down, it was supposed to be Wings, FPS Russia, and Woody's Gamertag going. Wings, like 5 hours before he was supposed to be there, ended up texting him saying that he wasn't going. Now, this isn't the first time Wings has done something like this. In fact, over the winter, when he had a weight loss program that he was doing at Kyle's house, which is FPS Russia, he was about to leave there too. So this is like the third time in a year Wings of Redemption's either not gone to something or wanted to leave as soon as he got there. So after all this, FPS Russia ended up overreacting, going on the Painkiller Already subreddit, and it ended up saying that he was done with Wings. He was no longer his friend. He was going to continue doing Painkiller Already, but he would no longer be friends with Wings of Redemption or take his word on anything anymore after this event. And this is what I find really messed up. So a couple days later, like 2 days later, they end up dropping Wings of Redemption from Painkiller Already. And if you guys aren't familiar, Wings of Redemption was a person that also created FPS Russia. And the entire idea with him acting Russian and blowing up things with guns and things like that, that was all Wings' idea, along with Painkiller Already was also his idea. And they ended up dropping him from his own show pretty much. So this is my thoughts on this. Without Wings of Redemption, I know he says some really, really, really stupid things that really make no sense a lot of the times, and a lot of people bash him because of that or laugh at him. But here's one of the things that Wings of Redemption really doesn't get credit for a lot of the times, and I think this is one of those times that Wings, instead of everybody hating on him, needs your support from him. So Wings of Redemption, without him, you would not have Woody's Gamertag, which might be a good thing. You would not have FPS Russia, you would not hear about them, you would not hear about Fearcrads, you would not hear about a lot of other YouTube commentators. And that's really all owed to Wings of Redemption, so kicking him off his own show and also creating Woody's Gamertag as a person on the internet and also FPS Russia, it just kind of sounds like they're getting revenge on somebody that they really owe a lot of credit to with their YouTube success. I mean, just for example here, Woody's Gamertag's making 100,000 a month off of Minecraft, and I don't even think that he would even make 1/100th of that without Wings of Redemption even shouting him out, having PKA. doing a lot of things to help his channel out at the beginning stages. So them teaming up against Wings of Redemption just because of him not going on a trip that he didn't want to make because he didn't really have the money, it's pretty messed up if you wanted to ask me. So anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and share this with you. I think Wings definitely needs support right now, guys. You know, like I said, there's a difference between getting the drama out about somebody making a mistake, and there's a difference between not supporting or supporting people. And this is definitely one of those times that Wings needs some people's support. He's saying that he's just going to quit YouTube. He knows that his YouTube's done after this. And, you know, it really shouldn't be that much over him not going on a survival trip that only lasted a day before they all ended up leaving and going home. So, like I said, I'm supporting Wings on this one. Anyways, I'm MultiKillsHD, and I'm out.